All right, we're going to dive into how to create a recurring webinar or event inside of HighLevel. It all kind of starts with custom values. So you can locate custom values by coming into settings. It's about halfway down here. You'll see custom values, and you want to just create a new custom value. I already have that here. But what we're going to do, I just have it named recurring webinar date and time. I have the value set is 9/26/2024 at 1 p.m. And one thing to note is that there are recommended formats for HighLevel to pull this information. So it's either going to be month, day, year, hour, and minute, or day, month, year, hour, and minute. It's two of their kind of preferred ones. So once you have that custom value created, you want to go ahead and just copy the key right here. And then you'll come into your registration page and just go ahead and paste it in a text element. Keep in mind it's not formatted, so it's going to look a little bit ugly. But you can see once I save and publish that, it pulled 9/26/2024 at 1 p.m. into the page. So that will stay constantly updated as you're updating your custom value. When you're building your automation, you want to go ahead and select your form that as your trigger. You'll select your form. I have tester form here as that beginning trigger. Then we're going to set the event start time. Now, if this is something that's happening the same day of every single month, then you can go ahead and use the different option just for a specific date and time or specific day, like every Monday at 12 a.m. or every 5th day of the month at 1 a.m. You can do that. Most people are not going to have the exact same time and day every single month, day after day, month after month. Goodness. So that's where the custom values are coming in. You want to select custom field. Select this, and I'll just type in tester so I can grab the recurring webinar date and time and save the action. From there, you would set up your wait where it would be before. So 1 day before the appointment time, we'd send them a reminder email. And then 1 hour before the appointment time, we'd send them another reminder email. Those are just for examples. You can nurture and remind them however you like. But that's kind of the basis of what the automation would look like. Now, the part that I really like about this is if you're using Zapier, Make, etc., is that you can come in and actually go ahead and send information from Zoom back to HighLevel, which I highly suggest. So you would just link your Zoom. You can do either new webinar registrant or new meeting registrant. Continue, and then select which meeting you would like to pull that from. And then we'll just continue. And then you'd pick lead connector. Now, keep in mind, this could vary a little bit depending on how you like to track your leads and their progress throughout your CRM. So you can either use like add update contact, and then go ahead and in here you can add a tag. Or if you want to do it via opportunities, you could do that here as well. Add a task, etc. So this kind of varies depending on just how you manage your CRM inside of HighLevel, but highly recommend to set that up in a different type, either Zapier, Make, whatever you might be using, just because the API between Zoom and GHL doesn't seem to talk very well to each other. I've heard this from multiple people. So I like to use Zapier in this rare occurrence. Generally, I avoid using it, but it does work well for Zoom. So go ahead and we would save that. And then what happens is I do fully expect a more automated solution to this to come out very soon. But essentially, the only thing that has to happen from this point forward, if you're setting this up, is to come into settings and then come back to custom values. So let's say you have a webinar that's going to be happening on the 26th of the month. And now, okay, that is over. We want to go ahead and have this updated to be like 10/12. I can go ahead and update this, and that is the only thing I have to update. And then from there, you can see if I refresh this page, boom, it's going to be updated there. It's going to be updated inside of the automation as well. Let's take a look at that. someday. So it's been, well, I guess you can't really see that it's been updated, but it has been updated inside of the automation as well, which is going to keep cycling everyone through this depending on what that custom value is set to. Again, I expect for there to be a little bit better of a workaround shortly, but for now, this is probably the easiest way to make these recurring webinars happen.